That is completely normal, okay? Yeah, well, it's normal on this channel, you know? Welcome to the Double O Late Night Show, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, the Double O Late Night Show, where unlike every other late night show, I just talk by myself. And I don't really have any random celebrities on, it's just me talking into a camera. Actually, now thinking about it, imagine if I did have a Double O Late Night Show. I think I would have guests, but they would just be random, like, people I know, like my random friends and stuff. And I'd just ask them questions like, so, you know, how's your day? And they'd be like, good. And then I'd say back something like, mine too. So what we're talking about this week? Well, when I was walking my dog today, I was reminded of a story. I was wearing this shirt with no underlayers on it. So it's just, you know, shirt, then skin. You know, like how most people wear shirts, right? And now you're thinking, oh, why are you wearing a shirt while you're walking the dogs? You know, it's summertime. Shouldn't it be, you know, more appropriate maybe to wear a t-shirt, you know? And then maybe you wouldn't get in the situation I'm about to describe. But the thing is, I gotta represent my neighborhood. I gotta look presentable because, you know, what if a family are just moving into my neighborhood and they're like thinking about, is this a good place to raise my kids? You know, is this a good neighborhood? This is a random hypothetical that I'm just gonna keep running with. And then they see me in my shirt, you know, looking really good, looking well presented, and they're like, yes. You know, I want to raise my kids here where other kids who have been raised here are well presented, being responsible, walking their dogs, and looking good. You know, I take that responsibility of representing my community. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I was wearing a shirt, right? And this wasp flies like really close to like the bottom of my shirt. It was kind of like an oversized Oxford shirt, I think. So it was like floating in the wind. It was aesthetic, okay? I looked good. Anyway, this wasp comes up and he's like buzzing near the bottom of my shirt. I'm just like, whoa, wasp. And he buzzes around for a bit and he's like, bro, you're not a flower. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then you know it flies away. Anyway, what story does this incident remind me of? 8 years ago, so I was 11, right? A school story, a classic on the Double O YouTube channel. Not like an old school story of my old school, but like my new school, primary school story. So yeah, I hope you're following along. You know, it's a summer day, so windows are open in the classroom. A wasp flies in, so everything goes to anarchy. Everyone's running around. People are screaming. People are passing out. No one's passing out. But while this was happening, my friend Andrew, he walks into the classroom. He's standing at the door. He goes, everyone stay still and you won't get stung. Legend. Everyone stops moving and, you know, no one's getting stung. You know, he's standing still. He's looking cool. He's looking swag. The wasp buzzes right up to him. And the wasp, it lands on the collar of his shirt. You know, while the wasp is there, he's holding his ground. He's holding his position, right? He's staying perfectly still. Looking very cool at this point. Until, of course, the wasp sitting on his collar decides to duck down into his shirt and just stings him like 15 times. And like the contrast from him going like, everyone be quiet, everyone stay still, to just like screaming and like pulling his shirt, trying to get the wasp out, like wow. It was quite a sight to see. Andrew, if you're watching this, bro, hit me up. I haven't seen you in a long time. Whenever me and one of my main friend groups are planning to go somewhere or do something, everyone always suggests stuff, but no one ever just decides and says we're going here at this time, right? Except me. I'm always the one to clarify where we're going and when we're going. And I jokingly and regretfully said last week on a night out that I may not have a blue tie, but I am definitely the group leader. Okay, I know it's kind of cringe, but it was kind of funny, you know? I said it as a joke, so. And my friend group flipped out and they were like, Owen, you're not the group leader, shut up. And I was like, yes, I am. Who chose to go here? Me. Who said where we should show up? Me. Okay. Anyway, move on to like maybe 15 minutes later. We're deciding where to go next and everyone's suggesting stuff. And I say, as group leader, guys, I think we should go here. And they're like, Owen, you're not group leader. You're not getting to decide this one. So I was like, okay. So I took a step back and I said, okay, guys, you choose. And for 5 minutes straight, they just kind of stood in a circle and just kept suggesting where to go. But for that whole 5 minutes, no one made a decision. So we're just standing outside, going in an endless loop of just people suggesting where to go and, you know, no one really listening or deciding. So after 5 minutes, I was getting bored. So I stand up and I go, guys, I've heard these two names the most. We're gonna vote on them. Problem with that, we're in a group of 6. So obviously it's an even vote. And then I say, as a joke again, I say, as group leader, we're gonna go for the one I voted for. And they're like, oh, and you're not group leader, shut up, don't say that. But yeah, okay, let's go there. And I was like, yep. Anyway, joking aside, I do wish a lot more people in my circles were more decisive, you know, because sometimes I'll just say, guys, I'm not going to choose what restaurant to go to, and then we end up just not going out at all. And a lot of my friends always use the excuse of like, oh, I just don't want to disappoint everyone else or whatever. And I find that response really annoying and just kind of selfish, because then you're just putting all the burden on the decisive people, where if they don't choose the right place and it's dead, they get all the blame for it, you know? And that happens to me quite a lot, as you can tell by my bitter demeanor. So if you're one of those friends who just kind of likes to sit back and, you know, not make a decision, you know, step up for whoever's the decisive one in your group, you know, take that burden off them, because I think they'd appreciate it. Also for me, a lot of the time it's decision fatigue. Like, I just get tired of always thinking about, okay, what time should we go here? What's the best time for this, you know? I'd appreciate if someone took the weight off my shoulders a bit. I'm not really a scheduled kind of guy when it comes to nights out. I just like going where the night takes us. But a lot of my other friends are very schedule orientated when it comes to like planning where to go, when to go, but they would just say that a lot, like they want to go somewhere but then never make a decision on it. So they're just unhappy until I make the decision for them. And the thing is, it's not even one group. I constantly have to be that for multiple groups. The thing is as well, whenever we go on like group trips or whatever, everyone always like brings their A game to that. But when it comes to anything less than that, it's like, leave it up to Owen. Owen knows best. And I will say though, for most of the time, I do know best, okay? I'm pretty good at planning like a good night out, which now I think about it, it's kind of sad. It's really lame actually. I should use the capacity in my brain to like hold other pieces of knowledge than where's the best places to go, at what time, on what days. If I had a late night show though, and I did invite my friends and stuff on, it would just all be inside jokes that the audience wouldn't get. I guess actually that's kind of like my videos now. A lot of the time. You know, if you're new and you don't understand some of the bits, it's fine. All you have to do is watch all of my videos, and then you might get some. Sometimes I feel like I forget my own inside jokes, so I have to go back and watch my own videos.